Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for The Last of Us, this one's going to be doing another discussion video for today after the massive second episode of The Last of Us Season 2. We're also going to talk about Episode 3 coming up here in a few days, and some kind of predictions on the future of the show. So, this is a massive one that I wanted to do, and I'm just going to go over the actual question itself. Will this show be able to survive the big moment, right? Now, what is the big moment necessarily? Well, spoilers if you have not seen Episode 2. Obviously, click off this video if you haven't. They killed Joel in Episode 2. They killed the main character of the show. So, obviously, now people are wondering, like, obviously, especially people that have, only watched the show, they haven't played the games, what's going to happen next? Well, obviously, as a game player myself, I can say that there is a lot of story to see past Joel's death. As a matter of fact, we're kind of just getting started with the adaptation of the second game. But, to a lot of other people, obviously, a lot of people are probably saying, like, oh, man, like, did they just kill their show? You know what I mean? Like, Pedro Pascal, he was the main dude. Like, what are they going to do going forward and stuff like that? Well, obviously, it's no spoiler to say this. In the trailers, we do know that there is more scenes between Ellie and Joel. The trailers have literally described it. Craig has already confirmed the fact that, yes, we will be getting flashbacks with Joel to influence what's going on in the current timeline, which is very accurate to the video game, which I'm very curious to see how they adapt all that stuff. There's a lot of things in those flashbacks with Joel that are crucial to what's going on in the current day that I am very much looking forward to seeing how they adapt. But for the people that don't know, obviously, the game was very, very well received, like The Last of Us Part 2. Everybody came back for that sequel, and a lot of people rage quit after Joel died. And as angry as I was with it, I did stick with the second game. I played it all the way through, and I will say that even though I'm not huge on the game does survive without Joel. It does, and it is something that does, obviously affect the, the viewing experience and, playing the game and how you go through the rest of the story, but it's not enough to cancel, the series. I mean, they're already in talks about doing a third game, potentially, so it definitely has not bogged it down. It's anything just pissed people off, but it's made people more immersed into the story, you know what I mean? So, with the TV show, obviously, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and it's not anything against Pedro Pascal. I think Pedro Pascal does a fantastic job. I was not as emotionally attached to TV Joel as I was to Game Joel. Game Joel, when he died, I cried. I'm not going to even deny it. I did, because of how much I love that character. You know what I mean? TV show Joel, not only was I prepared for the death, but I just wasn't as emotionally invested in his, TV counterpart. Again, I love TV Joel. I think he's really cool, but it doesn't hit the same as the game. That's the only thing with it, really. But I will still say, it is a very interesting death scene to do in a second episode. Now, obviously, I think they kind of played it safe, I'm not going to lie, because obviously they showed episode 1 at the red carpet event, and I think they didn't want anybody seeing that death weeks before everything happened, because they were probably worried that Joel's death was going to be spoiled by somebody. So that's probably why they didn't show his death in the first episode. However, I do think that material-wise, we should have shown his death in the first episode. I think the premiere should have been episode 2. Straight up. I think it should have been. But obviously it wasn't, and we waited until episode 2. Now it's done. Now it's happened. And, now people are wondering about the future of the show. I think the show will be fine. I do. I think the show will be fine, especially because the third season is already renewed, and the third season is supposed to cap off the events of the second game. And Craig has mentioned that he doesn't want to go past the game content. So they're already renewed to fulfill everything they want to do from the second game. So to me, it's almost like it doesn't matter what happens because, once they're done adapting the second game, that's it. You know what I mean? So, to me, it's not a big deal. To me, honestly, I think the show will do just fine. I'm very much enjoying the performances as well from, Gabriel, the guy that plays Tommy. Abby, the girl, of course, Caitlin, the girl that plays Abby, you know what I mean? And a lot of the other, actors that are really getting a chance to shine on this show. I really like Dina's actress so far as well, too. I think she's done a really fantastic job, and, there's a lot of good job, from a lot of the actors. They're doing a really, just stellar work, really. But I will say, I think that cast is good enough to hold the show up on its own, plus the flashbacks with Pedro, plus the fact that we're probably only getting 3 seasons of this because they don't plan on doing TV original material based on what Craig has mentioned. So I think we're good. I think we're in the clear. I think we have a clear ending, in mind, which would be 3 seasons probably. And then season 4, if there is a season 4, it'd probably be a long time from now when they adapt the 3rd game, and that would basically be that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thoughts on all that stuff. That's kind of my opinions generally. I am very excited to see what they do, and I am excited to see how the show progresses. But in terms of ratings and in terms of, people watching it, I think we'll be good. I think the show can hold its own. I would be really shocked if the ratings plummeted. I just don't see it, honestly, with all the other actors and all the other pull that this show does have. I feel like people will still watch. I really do. So, hopefully at least. I hope it's not a, Negan kills Glenn situation from The Walking Dead and then like half the viewers left. You know what I mean? I hope it's not that situation. But again, we'll have to see what happens. I don't believe it will be, but again, we'll have to see. Because, Joel's death was nowhere near as brutal as Glenn's death on The Walking Dead. So I doubt that would happen. I really do. But again, we'll have to see. So if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button to miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.